Hey guys, so I wanted to make a quick video about, my spiritual journey, discuss a little bit about learning how to surrender the need to control what, where, how, when. Okay. Um as you begin to go through your spiritual journey, right? You're gonna there's a I make some cards, okay, with some notes here. um the first thing I wanted to discuss was fear of the unknown. Okay. What does that mean? Not knowing what's going to come next, how things are going to work, if things are going to work, when things are going to work, how will these things work? Not because we've been operating and conformed so long to controlling every aspect of our lives, right? We're so programmed to do that. So when you're actually 1:11 on the clock, when you're surrendering that, okay, and you're actually surrendering it wholeheartedly to the divine and trusting in God. You want to be able to, it's kind of hard to do that when you've been operating, like for me, 39 years, controlling every aspect of my fucking life, every minute, day to day, every hour, every week I knew what was going to be done. Every month I knew how things were going to work out, okay? When you're going through your spiritual journey, you need to surrender the need to control, okay? Because if you keep operating in that way, what happens is we create more obstacles for ourselves. We create more burdens for ourselves. And why I say that, when I started my spiritual journey, okay, I didn't know. I've operated for so long, controlling every aspect of my life, every single thing, that first let me explain to you this. Not everyone is going to be awakened at the same time. Okay, not everyone is awakening to their spiritual gifts, their spiritual journey at the same time. We're all not waking up to that at the same time. Okay, a certain amount of us have we're called to awaken at this time. A lot of us started this happening to us during COVID. Okay, for me, it started when I caught COVID and almost died. Okay, um, it started with my ears ringing for months. My ears would be ringing for months. I started seeing orbs in my eyes. I started seeing flashes out the side of my eyes. I started communicating with spirit, feeling them around me. Um, it was a lot. Okay, um, when I didn't have nobody to talk to about this. I didn't know who to talk to about this. Okay, because society doesn't talk about shit like this. Okay. Um, the more I kept resisting my calling, the more I kept resisting the need to control, the fear of letting go and trusting in God, the more towers and obstacles and challenges and burdens that I was faced with. Okay. Um, it started with my job. It started with relationships. It started with my children. It started with a lot of things. Okay. And I'm saying that because a lot of us, we've been operating in the need of controlling our life and dictating what's going to happen next, minute by minute, hour by hour, day by day. Okay. When you're stepping into this, you don't know. You just got to trust and believe. And a lot of us don't know how to do that. Okay. But you have to surrender your need to control things. You have to be able to believe that God, your ancestors, your spirit guides are going to guide you. Okay? And somebody telling me this when this first started happening to me, I'd be like, what the fuck is she talking about? Surrender the need to control. Because that's how I was. What? What? No, I know I got a bill that's paid at this date. Rent is due on this day. Car note is due on this day. Food is needed on this day. The light bill is due this day. Insurance. That's what I knew, right? So the more I kept resisting, the more obstacles kept coming, tower after tower. The money came in. As quickly as the money came in, it went out. Okay? It was harder for me to save. It was harder for me to stack up. More things started happening. My vehicle, the car, other things. Like, I was taking 555 changes. 555 talks about changes. I was taking from Peter to pay Paul, or robbing from Peter to pay Paul, however that fucking saying goes, right? And I finally was like, okay, God, the way I'm doing this is not clearly working for me. What? I'm ready to surrender to you. Now, for months, I was told to relocate, move from where I was at. That where I was at, I needed to start my spiritual journey, and I needed to get to the destination I needed to get to, right? Away from all the people, places, things that I've known. Because the people, places, and things were toxic. It would stop me from stepping into my purpose. So I kept resisting it month after month after month after month, right? And then what happened was, eventually I started losing everything, right? So finally, I decided to release it. I've decided to say, you know what? I'm leaving my apartment, 7:17 on the clock. I left the apartment, left my car, I left my kids, left my job, everything. I had to leave everything behind. And I was so scared, because it's like, how do I bring my stuff with me? What about all this stuff that I built? Everything I've worked so hard for. How do you ask me to leave everything behind? It was hard for me to comprehend that. Okay? That's fear. You're operating in fear. And when you operate in fear, you bring doubt. You cause chaos. You cause conflict. You cause confusion. You cause drama in your life. You're resisting the change. And when God is asking you to release that, it's not for him to hurt you. He's not going to take away from you without giving back to you tenfold. You got to believe that. What they're asking you to do is break those generational curses. Stop operating in fucking fear. Stop needing to control everything. And a lot of us take on that need to control because of our upbringing. Some of us grew up poor. So we made it a business to never, ever be poor again. So we made money our attachment. We grew attached to that. The need to have that money. The need to have the finances. The need to know. Okay? Some people were born with money. That's how they operated. That's how they seen their family make the way, right? So it was instilled in them, right? Either way, however it was. Okay? So that's all we've known. I hope I'm making sense to you guys. I tried to make a video earlier, but then I had to pause it. Kids were crying, sister was screaming, so I might link it with this one in case I miss anything, okay? But I'm saying that because you have to, we tend to be the breadwinners, the ones that everybody goes to. Okay, we have, family, children, other friends that come to us in need, and we've always been the leader that everybody reaches out to. And then when you're stepping into your divinity, you have to leave those people behind. And then we have a fear like, but what about this person? What's going to happen with them? What's going to happen with this person? You have to trust that God is not going to take something out of your life without the need of replacing it with something better for you, so that you're not with more, so that you can provide for your family without having to kill yourself for it. Okay, you have to surrender and trust in miracles. Trust that he's going to provide. He's going to provide, because he will. And I'm saying that because I literally had to leave everything behind. I left everything behind. Okay? And I didn't know how the fuck I was going to make it out here. How I was going to get down here. I didn't know. But I did. And I was so scared because I had to leave everything. I came literally down here with 5 or 6 duffel bags. From having my own apartment, everything furnished in there, I walked out of there with 5 or 6 duffel bags. And I was like, I'm trusting in you, Divine. I believe in you, because the way I've been doing it has not been working for me. I'm just resisting the change and believing in God just created more tower after tower after tower for me. Fear will stop us from living our best life. Fear will stop us from actually manifesting an abundant, happy life, a fulfilling life. God didn't put us on this world to fucking work until we're 60 for a pension. When you start believing that you're able to co-create with the universe and do it without having to fucking kill yourself, miracles happen. Miracles happen. Miracles happen. And I'll be the first one to tell you, since I've been here, I haven't went without. Everything I've needed has come to me without me having to bust my ass or the fear. How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? Okay? You have to believe. That's us operating in fear, us operating in control. When we operate like that, we break our bodies down so bad, we don't realize we're fucking doing that shit, man. Okay? Your ancestors, your spirit guides, are asking you to break those generational curses. Stop operating in that way. Show your kids that there's a better way of living when you start choosing yourself first. Okay? I was scared for a long time, like, oh my God, how am I going to leave my kids behind? What about this person? What about that person? No. I had to realize, me thinking like that stopped me from living my best life. Stopped me from having the things that I wanted, getting the things that I actually wanted. I don't have to bust my ass to do what's needed, to get what's needed. Okay? And when I first got on the train to get down here, I was so scared. How am I going to get down there? I had to take 3 trains. I'm like, how am I going to get down there? How am I going to carry all of this by myself? Mind you, 6 duffel bags. Okay? How am I going to carry these bags down here by myself? I started doubting, self-sabotaging myself on this move. And what I did was, God asked me to move in silence and trust and believe wholeheartedly. And I did. And I prayed that night. I prayed the night before. I prayed so heavy to my ancestors to make a safe passage for me to get down to where I needed to go, my location, my destination. When I got on the train, okay, and I was getting off the train to get onto the next train, my duffel bags were so stuffed and heavy with my stuff, as much stuff as I possibly could carry, right? That it was hard for me to carry. Like I would take 3 steps and a bag or two would fall off of me. Okay. This lady stopped and she said, "Do you need help?" And I was like, "Please, thank you. That would be great." She helped me carry my bag into the next train station. And she said, "How 15:55. How are you going to do this? When is your next train?" I said, "My next train don't come until another 2.5 hours." She said, "How are you going to get your stuff to the next locate?" Like, because I couldn't get to the train point where I needed to get aboard the train until they opened the little divider. So I was on the top level and I had to get down to the bottom level. Okay. And she was like, "How are you going to do this?" I said, "Hopefully I could, drag it, I guess. I don't know." And she said, "I'll sit here and wait with you. I have I'm down here. I'm supposed to be having an interview for a job. And I don't check into my hotel until 12:30. I don't have nothing to do. I'll sit here waiting with you and help you board the train." I swear I wanted to cry. I swear I wanted to cry right in front of her. I told her, "I'm going to go use the bathroom." I came back. I shedded a tear in the bathroom, right? I came back. She had went to the little, the deli store. She got me a hero salad and a cup of coffee. And we just sat there talking. As we're talking, I look up. There was this big statue of a brown angel, a big brown statue. It was a tall angel. And the angel was lifting up another man, and the man looked so defeated. And I just looked and I said, "My ancestors, they're making the way for me. I asked them to help make a safe passage for me to get where I needed to get to. And they did." So she gets me on the second train. Now I'm like, okay, I have another train. I have to get off of this train eventually to get onto another train. I got there. I'm getting off that train. These 2 guys see me as I'm picking one duffel bag up. The other one's falling off of me. These 2 guys stop, ask me, "Where am I going?" I explained to them where I'm going. They helped me carry my stuff from the lower level to the top, to the second level, right? And the guy's like, "What do you got in here? You got bodies in here?" I stuffed my duffel bag, I'm telling you, with as much stuff as possible. Because it was like, I'm leaving everything else behind. I'm leaving everything else behind. So I get there. They help me get up to the second level, third level, to only for them to leave, walk away. And for me to realize that I have to go back down to the other level on the other side to get on my other train. And I got help. Somebody helped me. Somebody helped me. I prayed and asked my ancestors and my spirit guides to make a safe passage for me. to get to my destination. And I trusted them. And I believed in them. And they did it. They did it. They made a way. That's what I'm talking about. You have to surrender the need to control every single thing. Because if you continue to try to operate that way, you're resisting divine actually coming in and giving you the guidance and the stuff that you need. You're so focused on how. You're not seeing all these other people around you divine is bringing to you to help you. Because you're so focused on just one thing over here, there's 5 other people right here. God is trying to bring in this, but you're so focused on what's happening on this side. You're not focusing on what's trying to come in for you. Does that make sense? I hope it does. So, another thing, because a lot of us have been breadwinners. We've been the one that everybody comes to. Everybody reaches out to us. People count on us. We got kids. We got baby mothers, baby fathers, whatever the situation. Friends, family members that live with us. We are so used to, well, what about them? How is it? No. Stop that. These are grown-ass fucking people that you're worrying about. You have to choose you. God is asking you to choose you. You deserve happiness too. You deserve true happiness too. You deserve to have someone, for you to lean on someone too, finally. Lean on God and trust that He's going to provide. 22:22 on the clock. All those other people, they got to figure that shit out on their own now. They have to. Okay? And it's easier said than done. Because it was hard for me. But the more I resisted, the more obstacles and challenges and things that I kept facing. And it was like, God's like, you want to try to do this on your own? Okay, how many more things do you really want to fucking lose? What else do you want to lose? Because you're done lost everything else. You're barely making it now. You know, you're resisting this change, and the happiness, the life that I'm trying to give to you, without you having to kill yourself for it. When are you gonna fucking finally see and give up and surrender to me, and trust that I will provide to you? When you finally lose everything, when you're in bad health, when you can't give, when there's no more to give, and now those people that you have been counting on you all this time can't fucking help you out? Because who are you going to rely on? The people that are relying on you? No. These people got to make a way for themselves. And you don't have to stop your life no more to make everybody else fucking happy. At some point of time, you have to choose better for yourself and know that you deserve happiness and love too. You have to. So, choosing you finally and trusting in God and breaking those generational curses. Generational curses of having, stopping your life to help every fucking body else out. Oh, but what about my kid who's 24, 25 years old, and your kid got to get a job? What about my baby mother who has 3 kids and can't make, has depended on me to pay the bills? Your baby mother got to get a job. What about my brother or sister who lives with me, that has been sleeping on my couch, and they got to get a job? Because it's time for you to choose you and break that generational curse of stopping your life to make everybody else fucking happy. You deserve that shit, man. When do you choose you? When you're 60 and old and got no more life in you to give? When the fuck do you choose you? And those people are entitled people that keep take, and don't give. They just take your life out of you. Another thing I wanted to discuss is stop overthinking shit. Stop. I was overthinking everything. I overthink everything. How is this gonna happen? How am I gonna make this work? How is this gonna work out for me? How? I had to stop that. I had to stop it. Okay? And when I stopped it was the day I said, ancestors, God, I'm trusting in you. Make a safe passage for me. And then next morning I was on the train. And they made a safe passage for me. Okay? Everything I've needed, it's come to me since I've been here. I've trusted. I believed. I've been. You gotta believe in this. You have to believe that God is going to provide for you. You want to be able to surrender wholeheartedly, and know that you are capable of manifesting the life that you desire. In order for you to do that, you have to surrender. Ask your angels for help. Ask your spirit guides for guidance. Be open to receive the signs that they're trying to give to you on how to do this. 27:27 on the clock. Be open to receive these messages from them, because they're communicating with you. A lot of them are trying to provide you with the signs and the way of how to do this. And trust and believe that when you get to where you're going to go, it's going to help your life become more abundant. You'll start healing yourself, removing yourself from the toxic people, places, and things, and finally healing yourself, becoming abundant within self, so that you can manifest the life that you and your children truly desire, without your kids having to see you struggling and breaking your back. You don't want your kids to think that that's the way of life. That's not the fucking way of life. We were not sent down here to sit here and work until we're 60 to get a pension. This is not what God brought us out here for. We are capable of manifesting everything we desire. We have to surrender first. We have to start the process with surrendering, believing, and healing ourselves, so that when we start manifesting, it's coming from a true healed heart space. And God could bring in that abundance to you, because it works. It works. It works. I can't even express, since when I almost died with COVID in February, I started healing myself little by little. I've been smoking cigarettes since I was 14. I no longer smoke cigarettes. January 27th was the last day I smoked a cigarette. I've been diagnosed with fibromyalgia. I've had chronic pain nonstop for years. I no longer have that pain. I've been on Adderall pills since 2008. I no longer take those pills. My anxiety was so bad. I no longer get that. I used to break out in hives because of the stress, the stress of the world, the stress of life, the stress that this life has put on me. I no longer break out in hives. I no longer have anxiety. I don't let society control me no more. Now that I'm healing myself, I'm able to manifest. You have to believe this. Okay? This is a 30-minute video, and I'm getting cold out here, so I'm going to continue to make videos like this for you guys to help you guys. Hopefully this does inspire and reach the people that it needs to reach, so that they're able to get the message. Because like I said before, a lot of us, not everyone is waking up to their spirituality. A certain amount of us are being called at this time to awaken, so that the next people that come into it, we can help them. Okay? A lot of us are meant to be leaders, inspiration, motivational speakers, healers, entrepreneurs. A lot of us are made to be on global platforms to help inspire, uplift others, and awaken others. But we have to start the process. So when the divine is asking you to surrender, and you keep seeing these towers after towers happening in your life, that's God. You got to make the change. You got to make the change. Surrender. Okay? All right, guys. Love and light. Bye.